Welcome to the Business Spotlight. I'm Pat Dewar. Today I've got a great show that's a little bit unique because I went to and joined an organization called the CXO Collective last month. And the reason is that these guys brought together some of not only the best minds, but some of the most, I want to say just the brightest group and most probably affluent folks that I'd been around in a long time. And the idea was to create a space where the networking would create, well, more opportunities. The co-founder and Corbin Cowan, God, I'm going to get that right. Corbin Cowan, you guys started this thing. Tell me a little bit more about the vision of it.
Well, you know, Jason and I actually met at an event and started talking about, you know, how our visions aligned, and we started talking about, you know, doing deals together and working together, and we really realized that the opportunities were much greater than what we could accomplish together, and started brainstorming, you know, about how can we take more opportunities, you know, out to people that have talent and experience to help us get things done.
Well, I know that you have a history, both of you guys have a real history of deal making that's been and increasing the value of the businesses that you've been a part of. I mean, I know Jason, you've had, it's Jason Myers, you co-founder as well. Mm-hmm. You've literally been the, what do you call it, the ringleader or something, the guy that solved all the problems for?
Yeah, I was basically a corporate troubleshooter at Fortune 50 space in the wireless industry, and moved around and fixed everything they had that was broken, sales, operations, technical teams.
So you both have a real history in that area, and a lot of times you are brought in as consultants to businesses to kind of fix things. You're kind of the fixer guys, right?
Right.
But when you guys came together, tell me the vision of CXO Collective.
Well, one of the exercises that we do with companies is that we take them through a strategy session, and we put several consultants in the room and we brainstorm. And out of that process, we've realized the power of collaboration and how you can create great ideas and help companies go to the next level by collaborating. Well, what CXO Collective does is collaborates with people all over the country. We're in about 10 cities right now, and right here in Dallas, and opening up Houston soon. And so we're just bringing together the best and the brightest minds to collaborate on opportunities to help companies grow and take them to the next level.
Very good. Jason, what are some of the things that you see coming to CXO Collective?
Well, it's an interesting concept, and as we roll this out across the country, we find that everybody that has had a chance to really operate inside business understands that there's, you know, a problem with execution. Everybody's got ideas. It comes down to who executes. And by bringing together the best and brightest, like Corbin's talking about, coupling that with the capital to be able to actually take companies to the next level, that's really the magic of what we're bringing to Dallas and soon to be Houston and already across the country.
Well, that's the other thing that I noticed, that you guys have a real attractor factor in bringing together the money that's needed to make these things happen. How are you guys creating that?
We refer to it as the CXO Collective triad. And so we bring together the capital, the expertise, and the opportunities. So it's a unique ecosystem that allows us to bring those people into a room and let the magic happen.
Very good. So what do you see coming with some of the things that you guys are doing right now?
Well, we're buying companies, and so we're really putting the model to the test in acquiring some of these companies and rolling them out to the different chapters across the country to let the members participate in the growth of these companies, both from a strategy side, but also the relationship capital. We're working on a deal right now with a software company out of San Jose, and they've been in business for 5 years, and all they're lacking is a little bit of relationship capital to take them to the next level. And through the collective, we're able to provide that in a very big way.
Jason, what are some of the other things that you envision just in the next few years?
So as CXO grows, we're going to take it international. We're already talking to people in the UK. We're talking to people in Asia. I think business is universal, and so a lot of the concepts that we have are applicable everywhere. And as we roll this out, people are saying, "Hey, will you bring it to Minneapolis? Will you bring it to this city?" So I continue to see us growing. We're adding members at a feverish pace. It's a great thing to be in a high-growth industry similar to my wireless background and some of the other startups I've been involved in. But we're going to add companies. Those companies are going to be owned by the local chapters, and so the people that are participating will have a really great opportunity to build their network and their net worth.
That's awesome. So if you were to sit there and tell somebody right now, what should they do to connect to you guys?
So one of the easiest ways to connect to us is to go to cxocollective.com/doertv. Fill that form out, and we'll let you know about upcoming events in your area.
Very good, very good. Folks, this is the Business Spotlight. I'm Pat Dewar. My guests today are really giving you some great information on a resource that you should connect to. CXO Collective is an idea of bringing some of the best and brightest minds together and finding ways to collaborate so that, well, the best results happen. This is Pat Dewar. We'll be right back.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.
And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. I'm Pat Dewar. Today we've got a show talking about, I want to say, collaboration and networking, creating the perfect synergy in that. CXO Collective is an organization that is growing very rapidly across the U.S. and internationally, bringing I'll say the best and brightest together. And one of the things that I've noticed, Corbin, it is bringing them face to face, not just virtual. It's not just all digital, is it?
Right, we do events all over the country, bring people together to network and get that opportunity to connect. And then we allow them to join the collective and continue to build those relationships, month after month, meeting in smaller groups and working on projects together and working on, there's no better way to get to know somebody than to build a company with them.
That's awesome. I know we've got Michael Fugler that's joined us, and Michael, you're an investment banker in trade, and what attracted you to this group?
Well, I was in the process of post-recession, trying to help my peers in investment banking to figure out where's the future going to be? How are we going to deal with capital formation? How are the markets going to be changing? And I got personally interested in the entrepreneurial side of things. I decided that I wanted to focus my time, energy, and effort to help entrepreneurs build companies. I designed a system called Business Mastery System. I came up with a slogan, Napkin to Stock Exchange, and decided that I wanted to meet people and help them, whether they had an idea on a napkin or whether they wanted to be on a stock exchange or after, any step along the way. And when Corbin, I've known Corbin for a while. I had been involved in looking at some of his other projects and opportunities. And when he brought this particular one to me, I said, sure, I'd like to take a look at it. And the thing that struck me, the aha moment, was I had been looking for the possibility to help people keep money in their own backyard, in their own community, and not give it to these big money managers who have all these derivatives and other types of investments that lose a significant part of your money when you can have an entrepreneurial opportunity in the community that builds jobs, builds businesses, and helps rebuild America. I said, this just might be it. You two guys might have hit on the concept that can be the catalyst to help rebuild America in a small way that could grow.
Well, it's that little by bit thing. I mean, just the little right steps can change everything. Jason, what are some of the things that you guys are doing right now that really is attracting more people like Michael?
Well, as the word gets out, starting to see organic growth, which is really exciting. Obviously, we market to the right people, so we're looking for CEOs, we're looking for executives, we're looking for people that provide consulting services to businesses, and obviously the investors. And out of that, just naturally, we're getting deal flow, and then the members get the opportunity to vet that deal flow. So that's part of our unique value proposition, is that the members are looking at those deals saying, this is a good deal, that's not such a good deal. This one's good, let's look at it more.
You know, Pat, something that you said earlier is absolutely true, and it resonated with me, and that was when I went to a meeting and I saw the caliber of people that were there, I'm like, wow, all these people have gone through a session just like the rest of America. They're looking, they're trying to figure out, what are we going to do? Some have money, some have deals, some have networks, some have contacts, and they're like, we can't do this alone, but coming together as a group or a collective, they were finding some synergies together, and they had people from all walks of life at some of these meetings, and I went to one meeting and two meetings and third meeting, and it's like, wow, they're attracting, there's so many people out there thirsting and desiring for entrepreneurialism. This looks like a really good possibility.
Well, the other thing, and Corbin, correct me if I'm wrong, but the one thing I saw is that the caliber of people that were there were the kind that any one of them, and we're sitting in a group and like in an auditorium thing, and any one of the 8 or 9 people around me, I would have had as an advisor, I would have loved to have as an advisor to be part, like mini masterminds or mini boards of directors. Is that something you intentionally created?
Well, yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I created it. I had an experience running a company at an early age in my late 20s, and I didn't have CXO Collective to turn to. And so I looked back on that experience and saw the mistakes that I made, the silly mistakes just based out of inexperience, that had I had a board of advisors or a group to go to where I could bounce ideas off of and learn from, I wouldn't have made those same mistakes. And so that was really one of the driving forces to give entrepreneurs and business owners an avenue to go get mentored and get advice from people that have taken companies public, have grown companies from 0 to 100 million. And we've got all of those types of people in the collective already.
And Jason, do you see a lot of mentoring happening?
Absolutely. Corbin mentioned the 0 to 100 million. We've got people at all different ends of the spectrum, and I think that's where part of the magic of this is that it doesn't matter what sector your business is in, it doesn't matter where you are in your life cycle, you can find somebody that's a great pairing for you.
Very good. Now, I want to make sure that people have an opportunity to connect to you guys. You want people to go to what's the website again?
It's cxocollective.com/doertv.
So I know that they're rolling that, they'll have that across the screen. It's cxocollective.com/ and then it's DOER-TV. The Business Spotlight is all about bringing great tips, tools, and techniques, and really to help the entrepreneur build their business. CXO Collective is doing that around the country. You want to connect to them any way that you can. This is Pat Dewar. We'll be right back. More to come.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.
And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. Today we're talking about, well, I want to say the highest grade of networking and collaboration that I think I've ever seen in the marketplace. Recently, I joined this organization called CXO Collective because they were attracting, well, great people. And I love to be around folks that are really trying to make a difference in the community and in the nation. With that, guys, one of the things that we've been talking about is the way that you attract some of the best people. But Michael, at the break, you were saying that you guys created a code of ethics in the beginning. Tell me a little bit more about that and why that's attracting such amazing people.
When Corbin and Jason first came to me, I said, I've taken over 50 companies public and done a lot of capital raising and things, and I've gone through the process of seeing mistakes that people make. And I said, today, I think one of the most important thing is ethics. So the first document we should create is a code of ethics, and they agreed wholeheartedly. Said, we want this organization to be nothing but top-flight, professional, best of class, and I admire that in them. And everything that we've done since then has been with the goal in mind that you want to have people that come into the organization that are interviewed, and each side interviews the other to make sure that they're compatible and acceptable, and is prepared to accept the code of ethics that they've come together with.
That's outstanding. Jason, what are some of the keys that you guys are really looking for in someone wanting to join CXO Collective?
We're looking for people that obviously have something to offer to businesses, whether it's a little bit of time, a little bit of brain power, or whether it's some capital. As we bring people together, what we find is that the reason someone joins is not necessarily everything that they actually get out of it, right? They start seeing other ways to contribute, and that, to me, is the beauty of this. We may have somebody who joins thinking that they're going to be a passive investor. We may have somebody who joins that thinks that they are a consultant to businesses in the HR space or something. And when they get in and sink their teeth into it, they find so many other ways to help. But they can help as little or as much as they can, make.
That's awesome. Corbin, when you look at attracting people, one of the things that it seems is that you're really looking for people that are, I want to say givers, but it's contributors. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole concept is about bringing what you have and collaborating with others to make everybody better. And so that giving, mentality has to be there. It's really obvious by the questions that we get when people are really just trying to figure out what's in it for them.
Right.
And oftentimes they find that this is just not the right organization, because it's got to be about the businesses and helping them grow and about helping your colleagues grow. And you've got to be willing to give some of yourself in order to do that.
Well, and I think that changes the culture in it too. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
If you were to sit there and say, who's the ideal candidate, which one of you guys want to chime in as to the ideal person that you really want to attract?
I'll make a comment on that. I don't think that there is an ideal person individually, because the investor that's busy in his life that has money is different than the person that has connections and knows where businesses are ready to be bought or sold, which is different from the C-level executive that wants to come in that is either still in business or maybe he's just retired and wants to contribute his talents. And each one of those types of people are different. But I think you would want someone passionate, someone that's interested in enjoying what they're doing and having some fun along the way while they make money, continue to educate themselves, and most importantly, are here to help rebuild America and create a better community by community proposition for us here.
And is there a lot of community effort in each group? Like Dallas, is it very much separate from Houston and some of the other areas?
Yes, so each chapter operates as its own independent chapter, but it's part of the national organization. So a member in Dallas has access to the entire network across the country. So we have deal flow that's going cross country. We have opportunity flow going cross country. And if you're a member of CXO in Dallas, you have access to all of the other markets. So if you move, you're just a member. You show up to whatever local meeting. If you're traveling on business, and we have one of our 54 events that are scheduled between now and the end of the year, you can go to any event as a member.
And people can begin the process just by going to the CXO Collective website. And what's that again?
CXOcollective.com/DoerTV.
Now, are they going to, if they get there and they've got some deals to look at, what should they do?
We'll have a spot on that form where they can tell us a little bit about their deal, and then we'll follow up with them.
Very good. And do you guys actually, Corbin, Jason, are you guys actually the ones that are on the phone? I know Corbin and I connected, but...
So we have an operations team, and so when that inquiry comes in, the operations team will get that into the right hands.
Very good.
I'll say this, they're both very accessible and both hands-on with the people in the organization.
Oh, absolutely.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, I think that you guys have created an amazing thing. If you were to sit there and, like how often do you guys meet? Maybe I should ask you that.
How often do we meet? So in each local market, we'll meet about once a month. And we'll do 2 types of meetings. There will be a members-only meeting, and then there will be like a recruiting meeting for new people. And then there will be separate meetings held as the members conduct due diligence on deals and work deals through deal flow. And then once that business becomes an operating entity, then they'll obviously meet board meetings and those kinds of things.
That is awesome. Well, CXO Collective, I'm so thrilled with what they're doing in the DFW area in Houston. As you guys know, we're already in DFW in Houston. And then we also are airing this all over the internet as well. You can locate us. You go to Doer TV, DOERTV.com. But the Business Spotlight really is helping you guys grow your businesses. We'll be right back.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.
And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. I'm Pat Dewar. Today we're talking about connecting to the right people for the influence that you can actually create by having the right people in your life. One of the things I'm convinced is that as you grow your influence, you grow your affluence. And with these guys at CXO Collective, I believe you'll grow your affluence just fine. So with that, Corbin, I really want to get into on this segment, I want to say the onboarding of members, somebody that's interested. They go to the cxocollective.com/DoerTV. They've got information they can put there. What's the process from there?
Well, a couple things. One, in the areas where we already have a chapter, we'd love for you to experience an event so that you get the full experience and you get to see the kind of caliber of people. And then from there, we've got a process where we then get on the phone and make sure that it's a good fit for both of us before you join. And if we don't have a chapter in that area, we'd love to talk to you about heading one up, you know,
right.
and what that entails, and start to build an organization in those local communities around the individuals that are willing to step up and raise their hand.
Very cool. Now, Jason, are there resources available online for people that may not be in where there's a meeting place, or what kind of online resources?
So our website, CXOcollective.com, has some information. They can learn a little bit more about the organization there, but really, as Corbin said, the best way is to get involved. It's really hard to collaborate if you sit behind your keyboard and don't talk to anybody.
It's hard to send a check through Facebook, right?
Right.
So, when someone begins the process, how long does it usually take to really get acclimated with the different groups that you're involved with?
That's an interesting question. So we find that some people sink their teeth in right away. Other people are busy, life intervenes, and they can only spend a little bit of time each week or each month. And so what we tell people is give the collective 6 months to show the value to you. That way you have an opportunity to attend multiple meetings, get a chance to meet everybody, see what's happening in terms of the traction and the growth in your local market, because at the end of the day, everything happens locally. It happens one-to-one, one-to-many inside the meetings.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a firm believer that relationships, and I love to build relationships everywhere I go. I love to be a connector anyways, but I believe relationships are like diamonds, and I just don't throw any of those away.
Right.
Well, you talk about relationships. That's one of the great things about this platform, is it gives the members the opportunity to have an excuse to go develop relationships. I mean, how busy do we get? I mean, I've got 3 kids, and I'm pulling my hair out sometimes.
Ow.
But yeah, exactly.
I've been through that. I'm like,
but I have, through this process and this platform, an ability to say, okay, Daddy's got to go to work, and I've got to go meet people, and
right.
This platform gives you that ability.
Well, and then it's such an amazing group, anyways. But Jason, what are some of the other things that you see?
Well, Corbin led me to a thought. You've heard the phrase before, your net worth is equal to your network.
Right.
Well, there's actually more to it than that. It's about the quality of that network. It's about the quality of the people you associate with. And so there's another phrase about your net worth is equal to the top 5 people you hang out with, something like that. Well, why not hang out with 150 people in a local chapter?
Well,
that
exactly.
are all making it happen.
Yeah.
And we're more than networking, right? It's not just about networking, it's about actually getting a return on that time.
Exactly. What are the other things that you would say if you're a business owner? What would you tell them right now?
Well, I would tell them to come aboard. You know, there's not an organization out there that is putting all of those elements in one place for business owners and investors to take advantage of. And so, you know, we're looking for people in different areas to help us grow this company. We're looking for talented people to come and be part of this. And we are firm believers that together we're much stronger than any of us are as individuals. And so each member that comes on board adds power to the collective. So come and make this thing really powerful.
That is really good. So they'd just go to the CXOcollective.com.
/Doer TV.
Doer
and that's
TV.
because we're looking for doers and big thinkers.
That's right.
You know, you found one. That's I love that. I think that when you look at where you guys are going, you guys will probably be in what, the top 50 marketplaces pretty quickly.
Yes.
Where do you see it from there? Just global? Do you have people in other countries already contacting you?
Well, here's a vision for you. If we get to the top 50 markets by the end of 2014, and each one of those chapters is buying one company,
right?
We're buying 50 companies a year, adding jobs, you know, growing those companies. We hope to be buying more companies in each chapter. So you can see the power of this as it starts to expand across the United States, how many jobs we're going to be able to create and how many lives that we're going to be able to touch. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the other thing is that as you guys buy these things, you're bringing your wealth of knowledge and resources into that business, aren't you?
Yeah, that's the magic, right, is to get it to go to the next level. And everybody has plans, everybody has ideas. It all comes down to execution, and execution requires great people making it happen.
What would you tell somebody to do right now? Either one of you. Jason, what do you want them to do?
Just quit sitting there. Go to CXOcollective.com /Doer TV, fill out the form. Let's see you at an upcoming meeting.
Very good. Anything else that you want to add, Corbin?
You know, just come with an open mind. You know, bring your ideas and come with an open mind and come meet great people that are all trying to get out there and help each other do more business, have more fun, and make more money.
Do more business. What'd you say? Do more business.
Have more fun.
Have more fun.
And make more money.
And make more money. Now, isn't that a model for everybody to join in on? The Business Spotlight really is a place where we're bringing great ideas, great tools, great tips, great people into the Dallas-Fort Worth and other areas of the country, just so that you have ways to grow your business right now. Thanks. We'll see you next week. It's the Business Spotlight.